lively game of the day. Ayrwyn versus Pukupuku. Jake versus Jake.
Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Semi-original guy, aka Mr. Cannon from Advance Wars by Web, bringing you another live league game of the day. Today, we're actually dipping into the live queue and not the official rated live league, because this one was submitted by one of these two players, and they said that they had an interesting game, folks. So we're going to see exactly what happened here. We have Pukupuku and Ayrwyn as our players today, playing a Jake Mir on Small Minded. So Small Minded is a mixed base map with triple base, airport, and you guessed it, folks, comm tower support. Now, HQs, I wouldn't say that they're really necessarily exposed, but there is a two base line over here that is going to be attacking either HQ, but at the same time, you have an airport and a base to defend the HQ here with very quick reinforcement range. So I don't think it's really a whole lot of threat on the HQ, but definitely could be some potential threat for sure. But I imagine that the general flood of units is going to be something like going over here, and then maybe like this will fall to the south side, you know, something like that. And that's kind of what I'm picturing this map going like. But we also have a pipe seam here that can be broken, which will lead to a very quick reinforcement range. Actually, if this pipe seam is broken, it is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is a 2-day reinforcement to actually hit that HQ. So, very interesting indeed. I haven't actually seen any games on this map before, so I don't really know what to expect, folks. But let's see what went down in the live league today. Beautiful, folks. And you know what else is beautiful? You all know the deal. It is the standard infantry builds, because you got to get the infantry on the field, folks. It is the #1 priority in Advance Wars by Web. #2 priority in Advance Wars by Web is try to make sure that you always make your units face the opposite direction of your opponent so that it looks nice. And that's about it, folks. Also, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you are not already for all that hot live league action, folks. All right. So let's see what's going on here. Just standard capture chains at the moment. Nobody's really going for the airports. It looks like Pukupuku might be going for his airport next turn after that capture. For sure, Ayrwyn choosing a different route. So Ayrwyn is deciding to forego this capture right away. Going to be jumping ship all the way down here, capturing this property, going for this chain right here. Now this chain right here can be interrupted because the infantry can go right over the mountain and attack from the road, although road attacks on cities, not necessarily really the best move that you can do in Advance Wars by Web, but if you're interrupting a property, it is not necessarily a bad move. You know, you interrupt property, you prevent your opponent from getting that income, and it can be very nice. It could definitely be very nice. Forgive me, folks. I'm trying to hold back a sneeze. We don't want to be sneezing. Number 4 priority in Advances by Web, actually, is making sure that you get a lot of rest when you're sick, folks, because you need rest. That is the most important thing. All right, day 5. Boom, boom, boom. So we could potentially see an interrupt of the property, but if the interrupt does happen, there is potential for the infantry to get 2-struck over here. Now this guy, boom, he can 2-strike right there. So that could be very dangerous. Now, depending on what the roll is actually here, sometimes you can see a crazy like 6-6 roll happen. Now that probably won't happen. It'll probably be like 6-7, but this guy going onto the forest attacking, there is a possibility of maybe a clear happening. So we do got to watch out for those kind of things, folks. All right, tanks moving in now. We got 2 tanks on the field, not going for the interrupt, allowing the capture to go through, and just positioning to acquire more properties. Looks like Ayrwyn now has 12,000 funds per turn coming in, which is very nice. Actually leaves the city open Definitely baiting in pukupuku here to go in for a capture. Now, pukupuku could go in for the capture, grab a property here. Now, we see here, infantry in position to capture, but obviously this is not really a great move because you have a 1-2 counter right here. You also have a 1-2 counter right here from these two guys, and then a third to go in and interrupt over here. And that'll just start a brawl. And I think in this position, I would probably favor Blue Moon winning over Acid Rain over here, just mostly due to the reinforcement range. You're very, very close over here, so it's not really going to work out in Pukupuku's favor in that sense. Pukupuku. I don't know why, but that reminds me of Crash Bandicoot. Pukupuku. Except I think that was Ooga Booga. Or something like that. A little mask guy. Okay. Artillery. Artillery has been purchased from Pukupuku. Now, is he going to be planning on busting open that pipe seam? That is the big question here. Looks like Ayrwyn is going to be able to get away scot-free with a capture here. Going to be able to get that comm tower, folks. Could potentially interrupt the opponent's comm tower, but doesn't actually go for it. Goes for the interrupt on the income instead, allowing Pukupuku to get that comm tower. That is going to leave both players at a extra 10% firepower. So it's going to be pretty effective overall. Battlecopter by. First battlecopter of the game, folks. And Pukupuku acquires a property here. A little bit behind in the capture chains at the moment, just due to the interrupt, but might be able to acquire a property here. Now, this tank could go in and interrupt one of these two properties, but obviously, not really a great move. Could go up and interrupt here. It would result in being attacked over here and being surrounded by Pukupuku's units, so I don't know if Ayrwyn is really going to go in for a move like that. A little bit risky for sure. I think we're just in the planning stages right now, folks. Both players are still planning out their captures. They want to acquire their captures before they go for anything. Ayrwyn going for a very aggressive capture over here on one of Pukupuku's properties. If he manages to flip that property, that's going to put him at a 15-12 lead overall. Now, it'll be 15-14 actually, because 15 to 14, 15? I don't know. Math's too hard, folks. More arty parties. Now, I like the idea of artillery on this map. I think artillery is going to be very, very effective. Mainly just due to the fact that there is like massive choke points on this map here. This entire area right here can be walled off very well. Beautiful spots for arties to go, especially for Jake. You could put an arty right here and an arty right here, or an arty right here, and wall off this entire section. Arties will get +1 range when it comes to Jake using his co-power. So it's going to be very, very good. Gotta get rid of that now. Ayrwyn's got a little bit of an issue though. Battlecopter's moving in, and it's coming in fast. Depending on where this anti-air decides to go, the Battlecopter could actually run circles around it. So positioning is going to be key for this anti-air, folks. But currently, 17 to 14,000 funds. That is quite the difference, folks. Quite the difference indeed. Alright, bringing everything into anti-air range. So I like it. I like it a lot. And even if this Battlecopter decides to go in and be crazy and attack right here, while maybe using a tank to block it, all Ayrwyn really has to do at that point is just base skip and base lock themselves, and then they can get a Battlecopter for free. So Battlecopter is going to have to probably wait another turn here before it actually decides to go in and do anything. Pukupuku doing his positioning first before anything, because Ayrwyn has now actually purchased a Battlecopter themselves, busting out the anti-air in response to that. And moving the rest of the units up into a nice defensive formation. However, does leave an exposed infantry here for a potential interrupt. But going in for an interrupt right here is vastly dangerous. Extremely dangerous. There's not really anywhere for the artilleries to go. Now, this artillery can only go right here, so it's not really going to be in a very good position. Yeah, it's not really going to be effective at all. So if this tank does decide to go in and get the interrupt, well, the tank is just going to get destroyed. More or less. So let's see. Let's see what Ayrwyn decides to do. Goes for the interrupt with the 2 HP infantry. Pretty good move. Now at this point, you can't really expect anything less. You have a 2 HP infantry there. You know, that infantry basically has one of two jobs. It's either form a very, very bad wall or sacrifice itself to interrupt the capture. Those are the two options, folks. Alright, we're attacking the pipe seam now. This pipe seam's sitting at 51. I wonder if Ayrwyn is going to start attacking the pipe seam as well. Now, could join cap, but I don't know if it's really necessary to join cap, but does leave another 2-shot on that capping infantry, so if Ayrwyn wants to go in, I think they can break this, and I think they can break this pretty easily. Even if they wanted to use anti-air, I think anti-air could break it, and you could form a wall with infantry, but I don't think that would hold long term. So we'll see what happens here. I'm gonna go in with the infantry to do the interrupt and then go for an attack. Definitely the smarter of the two plays. You want to keep your vehicles very, very safe. Oh, interesting. Okay, so yeah, we are like going in. We are going in over here, folks. Boss out the classiest unit in Advanced was by Web. The classy medium tank. You love to see it, folks. Okay, so it's a little bit of a push. There's definitely a little bit of a push. And this artillery is out of position to actually hit anything. Not even really close to charge at the moment. And there's no real effective tank hits that we can get. There's one tank hit that we can get, and it's with the mech. So mech on river, attack, and tank right here. That's about it. So this turn is going to be mostly just walling off by the looks of it. And definitely counter-attacking on that infantry push. Getting multiple clears and multiple hits. Bringing the tank up, attacking the artillery. And bringing the copter over to defend the big push. Okay. And we have busted open the pipe seam. So now... oh, see, this is where the game gets very interesting. Because now the pipe seam has been broken. Like I was saying, this is a very quick reinforcement range. And because Ayrwyn's main army over here is right here, if pukupuku holds this line, every single new unit can come over here and just do a pincer attack over here and guillotine that sucker. I'm getting them all the way down, folks. Could be pretty devastating, but we shall see what happens. Going for the tank hit. Bringing the anti-air in because now the battlecopter has left the building. And Ayrwyn pulls back. I think this is definitely the smart move. You don't want to be fighting into that section because of that pincer attack possibility. And the position up north is looking pretty good. Pukupuku can't fight into this this artillery range. He's gonna have to pull back and refortify the line, but this medium tank is coming in. Okay, let's do that a little bit slower here. So sacks the 2 HP, sacks the 3, gets the clear, attacks the artillery, or the anti-air, and then clears it and brings the copters back. Okay, the old bait and switch, folks. That's what that was. Alright, so that's not looking too bad. However, medium tank is right here, folks. It is right there, and he's going to be able to get this clear. Anti-air could just pull back and get some heals. Ooh, this could get messy. This could get very messy very quick. Oh, and it looks like Ayrwyn It's about to clear a lot of units. Doesn't even use the medium tank for the attack. It just attacks an infantry with it. Busts out another anti-air. So at least temporarily. It does look like the battlecopters might get some hits. Nope. Because this battlecopter is over here now. So the best that he could do, pukupuku at the moment, is clearing this single tank. That's about it. And he is going to clear that tank. Ooh, probably at this point, one of the best things that he could possibly do. Maybe do an attack down south pretty soon. Because he does outnumber Ayrwyn in the south. He's got a lot of units. If he slow pushes over here, he might be able to win this fight. But he's going to have to make something happen very quickly. Because there's definitely a lot of potential for danger up here. Especially with the threat of co-power coming up here. Or super co-power, that is. Oh, yeah. And that's going to be a 5 HP anti-air next turn. And Ayrwyn is just taking a defensive position again around the HQ. Busting out more artillery. Now, pukupuku. We have to add +2 movement to all these anti-airs also. So these copters can't really attack like anything. I mean, the best that they could do is attack this tank, and that's pretty much it. Because this guy at 5, then this guy comes in. Ooh. But he busts out a soiled abomination, folks. The bane of medium tanks everywhere. Let's see what it does. Is it gonna be enough to stink up this battlefield? Holding on to the co-powers also. So just doing just a little bit of attacking, not really a whole lot. Planning for a big attack here. Oh, and I think we're going to be seeing the super pop up. Nope. We're not going to be popping super just yet. He's holding on to the super. Supers are going to get popped. But not this turn. Okay. Ooh, this is gonna be something. Oh, and we're gonna hold on to the super again. We're not popping it. Okay. We are waiting for the opportune moment to pop that super, folks. We are not going in anytime soon. Day 16. Ayrwyn moves the battlecopter up. Does not look like they're going to be popping the super once again. Now, I definitely agree with not popping the super at this moment. Really? What's... Oh, no, Ayrwyn. You were the classy one, and then you bust out a soiled abomination? Gross. Absolutely gross. Alright, let's carry on. So, soiled abomination definitely going to be a good counter to the other soiled abomination. But we really wanted to see the classy medium tank get it done. So, hopefully it will still. So I think what pukupuku is doing here is actually not really too bad. So he's holding the line, but he's bringing a few more units over to the weak side in order to defend, because that HQ is under massive threat right now. And it could be potentially game-ending threats right here. So yeah, we definitely got to watch out for that, because that is an HQ that is being capped. And that is almost a full surround. Now, unfortunately, this isn't actually like a full surround. There is actually a very easy way to get to the HQ, especially with block rock. Now, really, all you have to do is, well, there's probably two ways that you can do it. You could go in with a tank. So let's just brainstorm here. So we go in with tank. A tank is sitting on a road, and we pop a super co-power, and we attack this guy right here. So we're doing 75 to 83% damage. Let's say that we don't get lucky and it stays at 3. Maybe the next move could be attacking with the infantry. Oh wait, you would have to attack with the infantry first. So let's go back here. So we attack with the infantry from a river, doing 16 to 24. So it's about a 50-50% chance. So let's say we get lucky and we take it down to 8. Right? Follow that up with the old tonk on a road with a scalp. We're doing 75 to 83%. So it's like a 50-50 chance. I'm going to just say it's like a 50-50 chance that works. It could work. Definitely could work. The other option, though, you could just go in with the Soiled Abomination, get the one-shot, and get the attack right here. But that leaves your Soiled Abomination exposed to artillery and classy medium tank fire. So, it's going to be an interesting one. Very interesting one. Let's see what Pukupuku decides to do in this situation. Alright, that's a given. Yep, that's a move too. That is definitely a move. See, I just didn't want this to happen, but that's definitely a move. Yeah, I guess Battlecopter moves here, so there's gonna be a big amount of damage though. Yeah, Battlecopter moves in, you get 2 clear with infantries, and then you still get an attack with the tank. Yeah, okay. Fair. Doesn't really do a whole lot of damage though. Whoa. I messed up. I wonder why this just wouldn't stay here. This guy can actually move a little bit farther. I guess it doesn't really matter though. Ayrwyn also playing on increment. Increment gaming, folks. So, I mean, it was a pretty good attack. Pretty good counter. There is a joint cap potential here. There is definitely a clear on this still. I don't know if this is going to last long term. The HQ cap, I mean. But it's still got potential to hold. That could be a problem. That could be a problem. That could be a problem for Pukupuku. Now, there's really only one chance that he has in order to stop this capture now, I think. Because this is down to 4 now. Really, I think the only thing that can stop it would be either the Soiled Abomination doing 82 to 87, or this guy right here doing 69 to 74. But this is still a roll. It's not a super high chance that it fails, but there is a chance that it fails. So the only real successful attack that you could do would be with the Soiled Abomination. Let's see what we do. Alright, so he's going to go in for that attack. I guess this does open up for a 2-shot. So he could go here, attack this, could go up, attack with this, and then follow up with the 1 HP. And then that might be just enough. And I think that extra, yeah, that extra little point there definitely made a difference. Soiled Abomination follow up right there as well. I don't think Ayrwyn really managed to move any of these guys, mostly just because of increment. So now this area is being completely decimated because Pukupuku has just managed to his time a little bit better here. So yeah, this is looking pretty good. Down to 10 seconds on the clock still, so both players are definitely on increment. Ayrwyn's got to make some choices over here though, because this is probably not going to work anymore. But let's see. Let's see. Oh. Activates the beatdown. has to attack this. If he doesn't attack this, he's going to have a problem. So yeah, that's got to be attacked for sure. Gets another surround. But this is sitting at 1. This infantry could potentially get the clear here because Neil will attack this, get the clear, pop the power. Because we could definitely get power this turn. So pop the power, attack with this, and then attack with the infantry, and then he's still got it. And then Neil even comes in and bashes this guy. So we're gonna get some soiled on soiled violence here pretty soon. Okay. Out of time. Now with 2 minutes on the clock, can Pukupuku see the route to get to the HQ here? Pops the beatdown. Gets the clear. Or gets the attack. And gets the clear. Threat on the HQ averted, folks. What a masterful play over here from Pukupuku. Well done. Well done indeed. And just like that, this game is back on, folks. Dangerous threat of an HQ cap has been averted. And now we're gaming again. But we are out of time. We are out of time once again. So definitely some massive damage over here against this soiled abomination. Now we have another problem, folks. We have another problem because there is another threat of an HQ cap coming in. And it could be bad. It could be very bad this time. Oh boy. Yep. Managed to actually bank 28 seconds that turn, so not too bad. And we have a resign from Pukupuku. Perfectly fair and justified. Unfortunately, lost a big chunk of the army over here. But very valiant and admirable defense of the HQ. That was a beautiful HQ clear that took many, many turns. Well played indeed. Well played. Now, I think if this match had gone on any longer, mostly due to the increment here, Ayrwyn definitely... Well, Ayrwyn would have capped these two properties here. But also in addition to that, if they don't cap this property, there is another threat of an HQ cap. And Soiled Abomination can only attack so many things. But Tank's going to come in. Soiled Abomination's going to come in, you know. There's definitely some potential here. But I think overall, Ayrwyn probably would have won the long game. Mostly just because of the position here, having many, many more units. And music always glitches out at the very end, folks. So I do apologize for that. But hopefully you all enjoyed that one. If you did, consider leaving a like, comment, or subscribe to the channel if you were not already. I will see you all in the next one. Take care of yourselves. And bye-bye for now.